Yahoo bought Flickr not because he wanted to give resources to a free community, but because it expected eventually to be able to leverage value out of this community. Or Yahoo Answers, a site where people spend an extraordinary number of hours answering questions other people pose for free, to enable them to better understand the world or particular technical subject. Again, a community, a sharing community, which Yahoo will leverage to produce value on top. Or think about Wikia. Everyone knows Wikia. And Wikia, as you might have noticed, has a very strict no-ads policy. Given that they're the 9th largest website in the world, that means they leave $100 billion in advertising on the table every year. Now, Jimmy Wales, who started Wikia, has now started something called Wikia, which is a free hosting site for wikis. Wikia ads are okay. And if you look at the growth rate of Wikia and Wikia at equivalent times, Wikia is actually growing faster than Wikipedia did at the equivalent time. So Jimmy Wales expects someday to be taking this extraordinary sharing community that Wikia is producing and leveraging value on top. Or think about the second level, a virtual community that was originally set up as just a plain, green, grassy space. But invites people to come in and create things inside, and people have created an extraordinarily complicated and beautiful space for free. They generated this creativity. But companies that would like to leverage that creativity value. Or Facebook, the same story. Links of individuals producing extraordinary community that a company would produce value out of. YouTube too. All of the creativity of YouTube is creativity produced by people other than YouTube. Either content which people have made and uploaded, or down, or copied and uploaded and selected. This is all value produced by a sharing community that the company, YouTube and Google, will then leverage value out of. In all of these cases, these are companies encouraging the sharing community, but which then will profit out of the sharing community. That's what I mean by art. Now, in my view, the consequence of all three of these kinds of culture, the read-only, the read-write, and the hybrid, is to produce an explosion of access to our culture first. That's very good. Also to produce an explosion in creators. That's very good. And it's producing an explosion in things that people want shared. And that's, in my view, very, very good. So you might say, given all of these goods and very, very goods, where's the awakening? Where's the fear that there's a reblocking that is coming? Well, to see the fear, to see the reason to be concerned here, we have to step back and recognize that at the same time that there's been this extraordinary explosion in creativity, at the same time we've seen these entities developing, there has also been the explosion of a war. In the United States, actually, there are a lot of wars, but the one I'm talking about here, a particular war, is the copyright war. A war which my friend, the late Jack Lindsay, referred to as his own, quote, terrorist war, end quote, where apparently the terrorists in this war are our children. So this is a war that is being fought for understandable reasons against a threat, or at least a perceived threat, that code digital technologies directly target. It's a real concern. It's a fair concern. It's completely justifiable for artists and collecting societies and companies that have built their business on top of the technology of copyright to be concerned in exactly this way. And it's a concern all of us should share. Because we need to remember that artists are not wealthy, or at least most artists are not wealthy. This is not a world where we're talking about just whether Britney Spears gets more money. We're not just talking about whether we get access to Britney Spears music for free. Indeed, if that were the question, I'd be on the other side, because